problematic putting a straight flush on the board. So for the opponents, I'm just going to slow down.
The turn is the Six of Hearts, which is a good card for the hijack for a number of reasons. One, as we discussed on the flop, when Michael passed on both c-betting and raising Alexis's bet, it made it much less likely that he was holding a strong hand. And the 6 does not significantly improve Adamo's range, which means it remains mostly capped. It is possible that he has 8-9 for the straight, but the hijack is actually much more likely to hold this combo. On the other hand, Michael should have a number of decently strong hands in his range that check call the flop, including weak aces and lower pairs. So Alexis can't just blast off with his entire range, and therefore a check or big bet makes sense in this spot. In terms of Alexis's specific holding, barreling probably would be okay, but he does have a number of better draws here, including combo draws such as King-Queen, King-9, Queen-Jack, and Jack-9 of hearts. And so the solver generally prefers to preserve its equity in position with the gutshot, which likely would not be able to withstand a raise. Instead, the solver prefers to pull some bluffs from weaker pairs that are unblocking the numerous Broadway straight draws in Michael's range.
But the rate for the Mandarin is like really high, isn't it? Like,
No, it does have a nice hand to go to river.
这种牌还可以有后续哦。
No, no, I mean like if you just went online.
I saw like 1100.
What? And what is price point? 500? Oh, so they needed.
So Damo just debating here. Is it good enough to value bet? Do I just check? Got my opponent maybe bluff it as he checks the turn. Maybe he's just checking back and decides to go for a very small bet.
Super Induce.
The river is the 3 of spades, which is essentially a brick, and Adamo blocks with a 2 big blind bet. Generally, a small block bet does fit the strength of Michael's specific holding, a weak top pair, and with his tiny sizing, some weaker pairs can bet here as well. Given that the turn generally was favorable to Alexis, in position, he should have had a heavy incentive to bet with most of his range, including his strongest hands that were incentivized to grow the pot, and many of his medium strength hands that would have benefited from protecting against the numerous weak straight draws in Michael's range.
妈的，这个 hijack 有牌，我他妈投给你。
significantly weakened his range, which failed to be improved by this river card. Accordingly, Michael's stronger hands also don't really mind betting small here either, because there shouldn't be an abundance of very strong combos in Alexis's range that can withstand calling a large bet. Merging the range in this way also protects Michael's weaker combos, which is a dynamic we will see in a moment.
360, I think, or 360, I think.
5K into 48,000. This is almost insulting, but queen high is queen high.
Yeah, we're gonna get here early.
And again, a lot of respect, I'm sure, amongst the players, and knowing too, I'm sure Adamo's familiar with Panikos and his ability, but it's not fun, right? When you have nothing and the player throws a blind, it's kind of like, it really is, honestly, if you're right.
看这个人不会要 raise 吧？
Because it's just like,
跟哦
he is gonna get,
raise。
was that a
No,
oh, he
a
raises?
raise. And this is in part why we do this, Jeff, because we can induce from time to time. And Panakov's 5xing to 25,000.
It's you're exactly right, and there's one of the reasons. But at the same token, this is
转账吗？
where it is kind of like a block
He's not
value.
nutted.
Yeah, he's not like trying to necessarily induce, but ultimately.
哦，对他这里 block 4-5哎，对手应该4-5会被 return。
I mean, not
Obviously,
pick
pick it off is
pick it
more
off.
the-
Yeah, that's the wrong word. But then again, it is a nice.
你看这里就是一个很有趣的细节。今天听到赚到了，你看一下阿达摩被他 raise 的时候，他的第一个反应是什么？这就是现场很多玩家做不到的事情。我记得我上次在讲传奇的时候，一堆现场玩家就是你一旦被 raise， 你手上你会直接陷入你的手牌模式，就是 hand mode， 就是哦我是 A5， 然后他会直接在想要不要抓。你看阿达摩这里，他一 raise 的时候，他就是看他的筹码，然后看完他的筹码，然后继续回到他的思考，就是继续思考他的范围。所以这件事情就是没有人会做的，因为正常人就是会直接陷入他要不要抓的一个模式，就不会搞成这样。他是思考机器耶，干得好屌，思考机器。好看。
He's saying I have something, but to check back the turn and then go for that raise on the river, there's some levels going on here.
No doubt. What exactly is Panakov's looking to represent
as
play?
That's
flatting pre,
right.
Firing on the flop, checking back on the turn, and now suddenly raising the river after the 3 is.
这个raise 我觉得不
What makes sense?
知道在说什么。神奇故事。
Set at 3 somehow you bet the flop and then check back turn and hit your.
阿达摩这里要 shuffling 嘛，因为其实阿达摩这里非常可以硬把他的 A5 转成炸，就是把对方炸5盖掉也没差，因为对手几乎。